just Canyonlands for miles. It's beautiful.
We're Erin and Brandon, an engaged couple who spent this past summer converting an empty cargo van into our tiny home on wheels. If you missed our last episode, our national park road trip has brought us to Utah, where we explored Capitol Reef National Park and were blown away. But it's a cool place to run! Woo! Look at that.
It's like a piece of artwork.
It looks like marble. Oh my god, that's so cool. After Capitol Reef, we continued 2 hours east to Canyonlands and Arches to visit the last two parks in the beautiful state of Utah. We are driving closer to Canyonlands National Park right now, just coming from Capitol Reef, and it is the golden hour. It is absolutely beautiful. Utah is like the most insane place. Feels like you got picked up and dropped off on another planet. We made it to Canyonlands National Park. We are at the Mesa Arch trailhead. I'm gonna make a little lunch before we go out and see the park. It's definitely chillier than it was earlier today. I don't know if a sweatshirt's gonna cut it for the rest of the day, but thankfully Mesa Arch is just a half-mile loop. So let's see how this goes.
Start it up.
And about 20 feet over, you have an unobstructed view all to yourself. What do you think, Bran?
I completely get the name of the park, Canyonlands, because if I had to think of a name for this, I'd probably say the same thing. It's just Canyonlands for miles. It's beautiful.
We're back in the van warming up because the wind is bitterly cold. So I think we have to bundle up a little bit better for this next stop. It is a quick stop. We're going to River Overlook. Where the Green River and the Colorado River intersect. John Wesley Powell was the first man to explore this region with 9 other people. They got on 4 boats and went down the Green and Colorado River exploring. They only came back with 2 boats and 6 men. In the end, they described this land as strange, grand, and weird. I'd have to agree.
At Grand Viewpoint, there's views all around. It's a rim hike, so we're gonna do the 2-mile hike and just walk around, see some beautiful views, and come back. There's a lot more to do in Canyonlands, but Unfortunately, it involves a lot of 4x4 and getting off-road, and with Ronnie, we're just not really willing to do that. It doesn't have very high clearance, and it's not 4x4. We're just sufficing for some beautiful viewpoints.
You could see the cars down there on that trail. My friend actually told me recently she was at Canyonlands and they went on one of those trails that suggests a four-wheel drive with a not a four-wheel drive car, and they got stuck. So we were not going to test our luck today. Brandon is wearing the same exact thing he was before, but I've got my hat, gloves, jacket, ready. Going on the Grandview Rim Trail. Not sure if this is actually part of the trail right now because we've come to a halting spot.
It's the end of the road. Maybe it's the end.
But maybe this is the end, and that's freaking cool. Like Brandon said, we didn't do a ton in Canyonlands because we don't have an off-road vehicle. If you are coming to Canyonlands, these spots are really good to get a feel of the overview of the park. But if you have a 4x4, four-wheel drive, I recommend bringing it here.
If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That really helps us out. And subscribe, stay tuned, and live alternatively. We'll see you next week.
Brandon is just gonna relax while I cook.
You know, I was working this morning, doing the dishes, getting us ready to go, so I'm gonna relax for a little bit. Is that so wrong?
The good thing about van life is we could decide when we want to be an RV and when we want to be a car.